Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. So, first video back after a long break on tour. I know you've seen videos on my channel, but this is the first one back and it is definitely an exciting one. Today, we've got a pedal demo brought to you in association with Keeley Electronics. So, Keeley Electronics, they need no introduction. They've been on an absolute roll the last couple of months, bringing out pedals such as the Synth One, which is now on my board. I absolutely love that pedal. The Fuzz Bender, which I'm auditioning on my board because it's fantastic fuzz. And now we've also got the DDR, which is a drive, delay, reverb. I guess it's kind of self-explanatory as what it does, but it's a 2-in-1, well, 3-in-1 kind of pedal in a similar form factor to the Synth One in terms of size. You can see it on the close-up cam. It's drive, delay, and reverb. So we've got one side is drive, one side you can toggle between delay and reverb, and of course there are lots of little dip switches and things you can do to customize the tone of this pedal and really fine tweak it to your desired tone. It's a very simple pedal. We've got two buttons. The one on the left is going to turn on your delay or reverb, and the one on the right is going to turn on your drive. Just above those, we've got two little toggle switches, as you can see. On the left, you've got a little toggle switch for vintage and modern. That changes the style of delay or reverb. And then on the right-hand side, we've got another one which switches the style of drive. So let's just look at the drive real quick. Above, you've got level, you've got tone and drive. Very straightforward. And you can jump between the two styles of drive. So on the left hand side, you can have like a sort of blues breaker style overdrive, so it's thick, warm kind of overdrive. And then on the right hand side, it's more of a lead kind of vibe, like a tube screamer style overdrive. So then in the middle, we've got a toggle switch which switches between delay and reverb. On the left hand side of the pedal, going with the controls here, we've got blend, decay and time. They affect both the delay or reverb depending on what you've got your toggle switch set to. And again, we've got a vintage and modern switch. So the vintage and modern switch basically allows us to have an analog style delay, so it's going to degrade the repeats with a spring reverb if that's what you want on the left hand side, which is vintage. And if you switch that style switch over to the right, you get like a digital delay, so it's a really pristine repeat, and a plate reverb, so it's going to be a lot more ambient, it's going to be a longer decay, it's going to be a smoother sort of dissipation of the reverberation. Now you should see the close-up of the side of the pedal, because we've got a trail switch, which means when you turn off the delay or reverb, you still hear the trail of the effect. Then to the right of the trail switch, you can see the Trs Insert switch. If you switch this on, you can insert an effect in between the drive and the wet side of the DDR by using two TRS cables connected to the in and out jacks. So basically it allows you to insert effects, and then you've just got a little bit more flexibility. You can do a lot more with this pedal. I'm going to be going into my Victory VX100, and that's running into the Two Notes Torpedo Studio, captured with the Universal Audio X8P interface, and I'm going to use a Fender Strat and a Gibson Les Paul to show you the tones of this wonderful pedal. Let's check it out. Alright, got the guitar. This is the clean tone. Nice and clean, very clean in fact. So let's start on the drive side. Switched it to the left on the style switch, so that's like the breaker kind of tone. Let's just check we're all at 12 o'clock. Here we go. Sounds very good. Really nice, actually. So yeah, okay, let's bump it up a bit. It's got like a creaminess to it. It's like a smooth. Yep, I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's just gun the gain, see what happens. It's a great sounding drive. There's enough there that you can really enjoy. You know, you got enough sustain, you can enjoy like a bit of grunty kind of playing, especially with the Strat, you know. Sounds really nice. Let's just check out the spectrum of the tone knob. It's usable. And of course, if you're running into a any kind of gain stage, like if this was on the crunch, if you boost the level, it's going to push the front end. It's going to make it give you more gain, perceivably. But of course, this is a clean channel, so it's kind of uncompressed, which means it'll just get louder. We've heard the drive on the breaker side, so let's dip the gain real fast and go over to the sort of tube screamer side. Interestingly, there's more low end now. It's got a little bit more, it's thicker. If we go again from this one, let's just boost the gain so you can hear it. So this is the breaker side. More pronounced mid-range, more of a low mid kind of thing. It sounds good. It's a great sounding drive, and the thing is we haven't even touched the reverb and delay. So not only do you get a really usable, warm, musical, easy to use kind of drive sound between these two styles, now we get to move on to delay and reverb. So let's start on the delay side. I'm going to drop the gain a bit. We'll stay on the screamer side because it's nice. And here we go. We'll start with the vintage side. So this is going to be like an analog delay. So very nice sounding delay. Classic analog sound, you know, it degrades as it goes, it doesn't get in your way too much, and it's just adding a whole air of just ambience and vibe, really. Obviously, if we turn the decay up, we get tons of decay. And then the time knob, of course, so we can tune the time as we want it. So we could So as you can hear, I love delay and reverb, as you know, so I'm just having loads of fun. If I swap it over to the modern side, let's hear the difference between the two styles. So this is vintage, yep, and then modern. So there's no degradation of signal integrity with this sound. hours of fun with a pedal like this, because you know you've got a great sounding drive that just feels really nice, and it's compressed in the right way under your pick and the way it feels to play. On top of the fact that you've got the delay and the reverb, I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, now we're moving on to the reverb. We'll start with the vintage side. So this is going to be the spring reverb sound. In reverb mode, the time knob, which obviously adjusts the time of the delay, it now controls the tone of the reverb, which is a very nice detail that I really appreciate, because it's lovely to be able to control the tone of the reverb for many different reasons, but I like the fact they've done that. In any case, this is the sound. Let's just drop the drive a little bit. And this is the sort of spring reverb. Punch the decay up. So there's a point where obviously a spring reverb sounds unnatural with the amount of decay, because spring reverb can only have a certain amount of decay because of the nature of its design. But with digital reverbs, you know, you can go into the realms of the unknown, and now I can do things like put the decay right up on the spring reverb and have a really weird sounding long spring, which is cool. It definitely sounds like a spring in a little spring tank. Now let's mess with the tone real quick. So you can get some really interesting sounds. It's a cool thing. It's cool that you can do that, you know. It's cool that you can mess around with a spring into the realms of something that wouldn't normally it be able to do. So I do like that. And generally speaking, it's a great sounding spring reverb. Let's just put that down. Let's do that. Move to the modern side, and this is more of a plate, so it's going to be a little bit more in the realms of long decays and a little bit more ambience, I suppose. So let's just drop the gain again. Yeah, you can hear it's clearly a plate. It's got that long decay, and it's really nice. Again, we can control the tone of it. Some really interesting sounds. Well, I'm immediately into that. It's more my kind of thing, having a long decay, being able to create moods and swells and ambience and all that kind of stuff. This pedal is great. I'm just going to say it now. We're not finished with the video. I want to get the Les Paul on the brew, but it's a great pedal. The drive sounds really nice. Both modes sound really good. One, I find that the breaker side is better if you want to do a cleaner push clean thing, and then when you smack it over to the screamer side, it's a thicker, creamier, warmer sound, but it's great if you want to do big swelling chords and leads and stuff like that. Yeah, really impressed with this pedal. Let's try it, the Les Paul. Okay, we've got the Leslie on the brew. Let's have a listen. So we're on the screamer side, drives on full. Here we go. It's definitely, because it's a Les Paul, it's a humbucker, it's got a little less definition than the Strat, of course, but it's a really great sound. There you go, guys. There is a look at the brand new Keeley Electronics DDR. To be honest with you, really enjoy this pedal. This was a really pleasurable, easy demo to film for you guys. Really enjoyed all the tones I got from the pedal, and it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's flexible. It does a lot of things in one box, so if you're a bit stuck on what to buy because you need to buy a few different elements for your pedal board, this might be a good option for you, especially with the expandability using the TRS jacks, meaning you can insert and expand on this pedal as it currently is. So yeah, if you can't decide between a reverb, delay, what do I need next, or a drive and stuff, then the DDR is definitely a good contender. I hope you thought it sounded good. Really enjoyed the sounds with both the Fender and the Gibson. You know, sometimes you sit down, do demos, and you search for a bit, and then you find some stuff you really enjoy. With this, straight in, easy to use. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you to Keeley Electronics for sending it. I'll put links in the description box below. Like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all very soon.